Hi everyone. Thank you, Abha, for handing it over. Excellent demos. Frankly speaking, there was a lot for me to learn as well. And as she was presenting, I was thinking, what are some of the things that I can, bring into my own sales organization. Really enjoyed the demos and the session. Thanks. And Satyen, thank you so much for joining me today and joining this session. You've been a valued customer for almost close to a decade. We're incredibly grateful for your sponsorship and business, and I'm really so excited to talk to you, to just bring some of these things to life in your organization. How are you doing? So let's get started. I want you to tell all of us on how your sales organization is structured and how are you really gearing up for growth, given all the macroeconomic scenario that's playing out outside. But what is your growth plan in the future?
Great, thank you so much. It's an honor to be here. Kasakai Mumbai! Yes, people at the last, can you hear me?
Yes.
Awesome, thank you. So, masala chai piya, right? Nahi piya, okay. I'll have to keep you awake now. So, the first thing first, myself Satyen Shah, and I had IT and digital transformation for JSW Steel. What we actually drive is business transformation. We don't do IT. Okay. The whole idea is our sales and marketing organization is structured in a manner where we have sales, marketing, business finance, yard management, supply chain, planning, and lot other functions. So that's the whole sales and marketing of close to 185,000 crore company. Okay. Complexities not very high, but only 5 major product verticals: domestic, exports, 14 plus plants. You're talking about 4 major customer segments, and that's it. Okay. Now coming to the whole idea of JSW Steel. JSW Steel has been running a power to drive the nation in a manner where today as we stand, we are one of the largest steel manufacturers in the world. Come 2032 and we will be in the top 2 to 3 manufacturers in the world, and we are right now in India, sorry. So what it means for us that we are aligned with the steel policy of India, which targets that today we are at 160 metric ton consumption per individual in India, which is planned to be taken up to 300 metric ton by 2030. And hence we need to be scaling up ourselves in that manner. And thanks to our chairman, who has been very courageous and ambitious, we would be close to 68 million ton from the current 34 million ton by 2032. Now, that's where we are right now.
You made it sound so simple. A steel business with just 4 customer segments, with just this, just that. But I know what your ambitions are, right? From whatever conversations we have had, I do understand that there has been a very deliberate intent behind doing these technology transformation. And in the last decade or so, when you moved from having siloed, fragmented CRM data to single structured Salesforce CRM solutions, I want to ask you in these, because you've been on the platform for a while, have you seen any quantifiable benefits? And you were telling me some of them. I would love for you to share it with the audience, because such a beautiful story, right? Do you want to talk about how you've benefited from having a single unified customer relationship management solution? And I'll put up a slide as well that you shared with me earlier. Go ahead.
Sure. So, we started somewhere in 2018, okay, our Salesforce journey. We were only at 5 personas, 11 business processes. Today, we are catering to 26 personas, 40 business processes, still 10 to go, okay. But this is, when I say business process, these are level 3 processes. So level 4 and 5 is fairly more intense when I speak about it, okay. When we started the journey, we looked at very transactional view, And that's how everybody of us does, right? When we implement a CRM, the first thing that we do, okay, let me get customer management into place, let me get lead and opportunity conversion into place. We did that also, and plus we added the customer, portal also into place. When we were driving this, what we realized that the users came back to us, and as they reached the maturity of, the adoption, dil mange more. The next part is where they start, you're giving me a customer creation process which reduced my 7 days of customer creation to 2 days, and now I want it real time, but add 1 rupee credit limit also, so that when I create an order, it does not create an error into SAP system. That's the era around 2020. Come 2024, and we have our most complex projects that are being implemented, advanced planning and scheduling process. This is giving only 1 date to the customer, that is the promise date. To achieve that promise date, we have to do demand planning, we have to do logistics planning, we have to ensure that the right plant and capability and capacity has to be matched and given to the end user. At the same time, the SAP system is only plant specific. I have to get plant agnostic with the customers. Does your customer ask that, okay, give me material only from this plant or that plant? That's not how it appears, right? And that's where for us these complexities start. So we have to create a layer on Salesforce with a technology backbone so sophisticated in nature. We're running almost close to 4.2 million APIs per annum, and to achieve the outcome. Today 96% of our orders are flowing through this ecosystem. While we have taken care of this order management, contract management complexities, what we also did in parallel is create a channel partner ecosystem. I think we just saw the power of it, right? Just passing our lead seamlessly from our manufacturing cloud, because it was not so heavy in terms of volumes, right? And as a result of which, what happened, our sales team will never be interested, so we passed on these leads to our channel partners seamlessly. Earlier it was handed over in an email. Now we are passing it to partner ecosystem. Just by doing this, we could achieve close to 7 crores of benefits in just 1 year. So the kind of seamlessness of a process enabled us to achieve much bigger than where. So one example I was talking to you is about 300 times we increased the conversion of a lead. How did we do that? We did no rocket science. We got the lead, okay. Then what we did is we passed through a qualification criteria. 2800 rules we had to create, by the way. Okay. You talk about state, product, B2B, B2C, domestic, international, which person will be handling that. So that's very simple complexity that we dealt with. But after that, what we did is, of course, Agentforce we saw, it was able to summarize and give an action, but there's a human who needs to act. So what we did, we created a escalation matrix. Some of the escalation go 9 times, 10 times also, trust me, because not everybody is so efficient to do that. But the good part is the technology is now able to kick in to take care of your human aspect of it, and it is not possible for every human to really be so perfect every day and disciplined enough, and especially you are expecting from sales team. Okay, so there we did a 300% jump in our conversion by doing a process orchestration. Another very beautiful example which I want to give is, we create visits, right? Everybody in the sales team creates visits. Now, very nicely shown over here. I would add little more mirchi and masala on top of it. Our visits, the way our company sales team visits, not every time it is captured in a scripting form. They need a very simple, okay, can you give me just a summary and the next action and all this. And our head office used to take almost 3 hours every weekly to summarize action, call out where are the new business coming in, call out which customers are complaining about the product. All these visits we are capturing today also in Salesforce. What we did is we just converted that into an AI assistant, and that AI assistant summarizes in a couple of seconds. We didn't stop here. What we went next is created a model behind it. We compared a visit analysis versus sales effectiveness. So let's say there's a customer who's not purchasing from me from last 3 months. And imagine I can recommend that customer to the salesperson to visit and go. Whenever this conversion has happened, we have seen last 23-month average purchase value is lesser than the new purchase value when the customer is activated again. Now that's a huge benefit. Okay. So what I'm trying to essentially say in summary is look at the process end to end, complete the process for automation, AI will follow. That's what it is.
I think you summarized this so well, right? We usually blame AI for not giving the outcomes that it should, right? But the reality is, like you correctly said, right? When you think about AI, you have to redesign your entire business process to make your organization AI native, right? And that's exactly what you're talking about. So you've moved from fragmented silo systems to a unified system with the objective of being AI ready, and that's why you're doing so many conversations on AI. But one thing that always strikes me in our conversations, Satyen, is steel industry is not even the top 5 industries that come to mind when you talk about customer experience. Right? You don't think a B2B customer thinks about their customer experience, but you have always, every time you talk, you've talked about it. In fact, the slide above also shows the same thing, right? Customer 360. I would love for you to tell us, why is it so critical in your industry? And what are some of the things, you've already spoken about a few areas, but sum it up for us and tell us how are you thinking about customer experience in this AI age?
Yeah, thanks. That's very close to my heart. So, in a manufacturing industry, what is the most important thing? If you look at the balance sheet, the most important thing is the productivity, your capital expenditure effectiveness, and your return on assets. Where I'm talking financial language, right? Where is the customer? Your balance sheet does not reflect at all a customer in manufacturing world, but there is an inherent underlying value proposition for the customer which exists. How did we go about doing this? Let me be honest. When we started our journey 2018 and 19, we went in and had our customer portal in place. We just gave a visibility of order and invoices over there. Then we looked back and we understood that that's not what customers look. It's very transactional view. Let's look at the entire customer way of looking at things, the entire order to cash cycle. So we started giving them, you can raise an opportunity. You can certify your technical certification over there. Then you can also extract your ledgers, your order status, or your invoice downloads, everything in real time basis. And this is where the value started. Our customer portal has been coveted with lot of awards from CII, from ET. It's called JSW Samban. And the customers, sometimes when I visit them, one thing they say, when I do, Diya Batti in the morning, the next thing I come to your portal and download the ledger. Look at what they're saying now. They're not saying it's simplified, but what they are equating our solution is with, next best thing in the world. And this is where the paradigm shift starts. So now we are going behind. We just delivered a customer account reconciliation automation. Prior to, every quarterly finance guys, anyone here or, no, I know. But, the trouble that you guys, even sales team has to go through reconciling with accounts with the customer, and every quarter you keep on following up and still you don't get the outcome. We automated this process, okay? And what we did is today the business finance is able to move from almost 2,400 customers to 6,000 customers. That 80% of your volume reconciliation is capable with this automation. So again, the point of process automation is very important. Okay. On the customer side, we have Salesforce as a singular platform for our B2B customers, that is direct customers. For our B2B2C, that is channel partners, we are using partner community. B2 MSME, we are again using customer community. And we have B2B2C also at retailer level also. So our entire channel partner ecosystem, our entire direct customer ecosystem, everything is sourcing only from one platform, that is Salesforce. We also, by the way, have B2 institutions, government. IKM is a classic initiative. JSWAIKYAM. If you search on Google, you'll get to know all our companies, that is cement, paints, and steel, they have come together and to deliver a customer value. Okay, with a single window. This also integrates on the same Salesforce platform. Now, this strategy, what has helped us today, is generate an additional, benefits which are influenced from a business standpoint, close to 500 crores just last year. The kind of schemes they were able to release in the market because of the data is now available at a single place. The kind of white space analysis or bid planning they were able to do just because the data was now available at a same single place. And that's a different value proposition. While we are there or not there, no, I'm not there yet. As far as JSW's experience is concerned to the customer, we are still far away from that objective. We have to achieve that promise state and give that predictability to the customer. So in one short line, if I have to summarize, is we believe in positive and profitable customer relationships. That's all what I would summarize.
I know we are short on time. I love the tagline that you just gave, and since you saw the demos also, we are in the agentic enterprise era. I would love for you to tell us in 10 seconds, what are your future ambitions with AI? You spoke so much about what you are doing already. Tell us, what are your future ambitions with AI?
10 seconds, 3 things I want to do. 1, improve the frontline sales team efficiency the way it was shown here. Second, improve my margins by giving the predictable pricing mechanisms. Okay. And third, bring in the customer centricity through agent AI summarization that we saw. Okay. And add more value to the customer. It's not only that if that customer is giving me 500 tons per annum, that's enough. No, I want a consistent increase in share of business from the customer. And that's where agentic AI will really help me. So we have 48 use cases created. We are just waiting for launching them. We have launched already a couple of them. And currently we are conducting a study all over India with the sales team to achieve this objective.
Satyen, thank you so much. We really value your support all throughout. We are very excited to get onto that AI journey. With that, we come to a conclusion to this session. I really thank you all for sitting through this session. I'm sure you've got a lot of ideas and heard what's the future of sales. And the proof of the pudding in is from hearing it directly from our customers. So thank you, everyone. Really appreciate it.
Thank you for patiently listening, guys.